Kim Love, big games this weekend against Wisconsin and Minnesota. Certainly, your presence on the field has made a difference all season. You take a lot of pride in the fact that you haven't left the pitch all season?
It's really exciting for me to know that I've been on the field playing in all the games since I got here, especially being a freshman. So while I'm out there, I just try to hold my own and play as a team and just try to get better from experience.
The injury bug has kind of jumped up and bit the team a little bit lately, but as we said, it slowed you down a little bit, but hasn't taken you off the field. What's kind of the keys to playing with injury?
Really, I just do everything that the trainers say, and then I just push through it. If I have pain, I just keep going because I know the team needs everybody that they can get right now.
The mindset, I suppose, hasn't really changed. You never want to give up a goal, but there's been very little margin for error as of late. Does that change the way you attack a team defensively?
Not at all. We just try to stay strong on the back line and just try to defend hard and not give up any goals, because if we don't give up any goals, that gives us a chance to win the game.
Do you think, what's the best way of turning the momentum around? After losing 3 in a row, what's the best way you can win 3 in a row?
I think we just need to put the games behind us that we've lost so far and just put them out of our mind and focus on the games that we have now and just try to win.
Marta, getting ready for a big weekend. Wisconsin and Minnesota coming to town. Nice to see you back on the field, coming back from the injury. Tell us about the comeback. Just battling back, wanting to get back on the field. What was the biggest part of getting healthy?
I think what we focused on a lot in the last week was just maintaining my fitness, because when you're out for about 3 weeks, you lose a lot of fitness, and when you're asked to play significant minutes, that is really important.
With the team struggling like it is offensively, I know you never want to give up a goal, but is there somewhat, even in the back of your mind, like we really have to be airtight because if we get 1 or 2 goals, that's going to be the way that's been going lately?
Yeah, you're always not wanting to give up any goals, and it's always harder to come from behind than it is to go ahead and just get the job done. So that's something that we've been focusing on.
I imagine the team really understands that this is a make or break kind of a weekend against 2 teams that are kind of right there in the mix with you.
Yeah, this is a huge weekend, and this really makes or breaks if we go on to playoffs or not. So we're doing everything we can to prepare and give ourselves a good chance.
What's the best way you guys can move forward after the last week?
I think it's just to put behind the unfortunate losses we've had and focus on the team that we know we are and come out and play with the best energy and effort that we've got.
And how does the team get going offensively?
That, I feel like, not just offensively but defensively as well, it just has to do with energy, and if you have the right attitude, good things will happen.
It's certainly been challenging in that really since the Central Michigan game, the last game of our non-conference season, losing Lancaster and Warren, it really feels like then it's been a fairly constant rotation of players in, players out. And I think that's proven difficult for us is to establish any necessarily rhythm and consistency. However, having said that, it's something that we have to do, as a side. We've got to be able to solve that. Certainly we've had some players step up and come in and perform well in maybe a game, but they haven't provided that consistent performance then over subsequent matches. And so for us, it's been, trying to piece together players. We've gotten some back. Marta came back, before the last game, and then you lose Jessica Warren again, and so for us it's definitely proved challenging. At the same time, up through the Ohio State game, even dealing with that, we've been in the matches. It's just you got to find a way to get over the hump.
Pretty much must-win games this weekend against Wisconsin, Minnesota. Nice to have must-win games at home, though.
Of course. It's nice to play games at home. Our schedule was set up interestingly to be, 3 on the road, 2 at home, 3 on the road, and 3 at home. And so it's certainly coming back, but they're essential matches. We've had the opportunity to see Wisconsin play and Minnesota play, and certainly, I don't think that they do anything dramatically different than a large number of teams. They're both hard-working sides, put pressure on the ball. I think we've got a good playing surface to play on, a field. Our home field's designed for us to be able to pass and move, and so certainly that's something that we're looking to be able to add back. We certainly struggled with that at Michigan with the different surface that they have there. So, you know, it's opportunity. We talked to the kids about it yesterday, you know, where they find themselves. You know, I think they, you know, I talked to them about where they are RPI-wise, and I think the reaction was they were kind of surprised where they were RPI-wise, because coming off of 3 losses, they're still in the top, you know, 8 and 90 teams in the country with an opportunity to play number 40, number 39, and number 4. And so, you know, it's a great opportunity to ramp that up. But certainly, you know, we'd love to get some of the players back. If we don't, it's just a, you know, a challenge. You know, we've slotted some people some places, and over the past couple of days, I think that we've got some kids that are adapting to those roles. Hopefully we get, you know, Lancaster's going to come back into the center and midfield for us and be able to perform and open the game up for us there. And so, you know, it's really about bringing those pieces together. And what we've seen in the practice over the past couple of days has been inspiring, but, you know, you got to go out and test it in the real show.